friends, welcome to this week's Kids Yoga Meets Astrology. My name is Doreen Foxwell, and today we're going to talk about two different planets that change the directions that they're going in, which influences their energy even greater. The first planet we're going to talk about is the planet Venus. The planet Venus is known for love, relationships, money, beauty, and the things you value the most, and your children, which is why I'm here. And so I brought out one of my beautiful little bears doing self-care, because during Venus retrograde, you did not want to do any type of beauty treatments, and you still don't, that are new. If you are continuing beauty treatments, like let's say you get your nails done, you go to the nail salon regularly, or you get your hair cut the same way every month or 6 weeks or whatever, that's okay. But anything new hairstyles, new beauty treatments, you want to hold this off, anything with your body, till the beginning of October. Here is why. The planet Venus was in retrograde and stationed this past couple days ago, which means that it appears to stand still before it switches directions to go direct or forward. So retrograde is backwards and direct is forward. And Venus right now is right in the middle of that. You can see around the world how this is affecting our money, because our money system is changing. How we value things is changing. The currency is changing right now. And it doesn't matter if you're not ready for it, it's going to still probably happen. And the planet Venus ties into that energy of pushing this forward in the coming months. But it is now going to be going forward in the month of October. So look for big changes by then if they haven't already happened here to you or in the United States. Now Venus is doing this energy shift in the zodiac sign of Leo, the lion. Now Leo the lion, we're Leo, beautiful Leos, they're one of the most generous signs in the zodiac. So if you have a child that is ultra generous and very giving, this is one of those times coming up that they might be giving away some of their stuff. Now, if there's anything you value that you don't want your children giving away, make sure you have a little chat with them about that. It is wonderful to recycle and to give to those in needs. And there's a fine line always about what your child has outgrown or what your child doesn't play with anymore. And then there's some very valuable things I know that we, use our currency for our children or grandchildren in my case. And then when they get given away, it might be a little bit of a tricky situation. So we are in that energy right now, dealing with your children. The other planet that made a change is the planet Jupiter. And that just started to go retrograde or appear to go backwards. And it's doing it in the sign of Taurus. Now, Taurus energy, it fits well with retrogrades because it goes very slow and steady. And retrogrades are slow and steady. Retrogrades are times you're meant to look at things in your life that need to be redone, reevaluated, revisited. Same with your children. There might be some things your children kind of skipped over or didn't take the proper steps or didn't do the best job on it. And they need to redo their work since we're back to school. These all happen in retrogrades, and they all have what I call different flavors based on the zodiac sign and planet that the retrograde is happening in. So you have these two different things happening with two different planets. On top of the fact we have been in a retrograde period, let's say, with 5 to 6 planets at once for the past couple, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that are all retrograde. 6 out of 9 planets retrograde. And what does that mean to you and your child? Well, you might feel like you can't get things done. There's not enough hours in the day. You might feel like you just don't have the energy, or your child doesn't have the energy. You're having a hard time getting them up in the morning for school. They're having a hard time. That partly is the retrograde and the fact that I think it was 5 planets were in the sign, the element of Earth. Now there are some different elements or modes that also come into astrology. There's earth, fire, water, air. But Earth is the most practical, the slowest. They do the work though, but they do it at their pace. They do it at their time. So we have all these 3 different energies interacting. So how do you balance all of that Earth? There's a lot of Earth. You've got to add some of the other elements or energy modes to come into play. So in order to bring some fire energy, you exercise. Now, of course, yoga is a form of exercise. So I'm going to put my little beauty person away for a moment, Beauty Bear. And I'm going to come up and I'm going to show you a sun salutation that brings fire. You breathe in, you reach up, do it with your children if they're around. Breathe out, reach down. Put one foot back. Put the other foot back, so you do a lunge and then you come into a plank. You come down in cobra pose, you look up, you breathe in. You come up and downward facing dog, you breathe out. You jump or walk your feet back up. And namaste. That is how we bring some fire into your day. Now, how do you bring water into Earth? You know, that water helps things grow. And right now, the seeds of yoga, the seeds of learning are being taught to your children in school. So how do you bring water? Well, there are many ways, very easy ones. Baths. I recommend Epsom salt baths, but baths for your children. If you still have your pools open, the pool. If you can get to a beach, it's pretty hot still here on the East Coast, go to the beach. If you have some type of a beautiful water fountain feature in your home, that brings in the element of water. These are all wonderful ways to bring that element into the balance, the Earth right now going on out there and affecting you and your children. And finally, air. It's very funny because I'm married to an air sign, I'm a water sign. Air signs, to me, are not always my favorite to deal with because they don't stop talking. They talk. Anyway, so if you want to bring some air, call your best friends, talk to your best friends. You want another way to bring some air in, we're going to do a yoga breath. And since it's an air breath, I'm going to do one that calls in your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, people on the other side. Okay, it's called angel wings here in yoga. We inhale, breathe in, and exhale, breathe out. Those of you that do chakra work, the chakras, this is called a chakra sweep. Inhaling and exhaling, breathing in. For the little kids, we make it really fun, and we fly like a bird, or we fly like angels, breathing in and breathing out, inhaling and exhaling. And these are some ways that you can bring the 3 other elements or modes of energy into all this Earth energy. I hope this helps you this week back to school for my New York and New Jersey friends and my North Carolina friends. I know most of you already started, except for the ones that do operate on an old school calendar, I'll call them, or a New York calendar. Yay, I do have some of those that operate on New York calendars here in North Carolina. And may your children all feel the energy around them in a positive way to help grow and have abundance, which I forgot to mention, the planet Jupiter does expand things. And I hope it expands all good things in the next, oh my gosh, 6 weeks. It's going to be in retrograde. I think that's about, no, I take it back. I'm sorry. Jupiter's going to be retrograde until December. That's a long retrograde. So this is a very important fact I missed earlier on Jupiter. Sorry. Jupiter. What you focus on expands. So you want to focus on the positive. Yes, I know we all have issues that go on in our lives, but if you focus on the negative, they only grow. Where you focus your attention, there's a saying out there, I have to try to remember it. Where your attention goes, whatever it is grows. So you don't want that to happen. You want positive things to grow. You want to be abundant. You want to have the gifts of Jupiter in your child's life and your own. So focus on the good things. Namaste. Have a great yoga day.